Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough. In the Tatra Force, down at the ore sorter, which we completed in the last episode. In the last episode we got the last cargo delivered for the ore sorter. I'm just dropping off the other trailer here, the red trailer. Not planning on using it today. I'll leave both of these trailers here for now. I am just going to have a look at some side tasks, and it occurred to me while I was doing this that where I crossed over to get some bricks in previous episode, I've got camping gone wrong, which is a Scout 800 to recover, and then I also think, and I can just about see them, that's the two wooden planks that need to be delivered to here that I dropped off a Scout trailer. So I'm going to cross over the same place, run up behind the house, grab this Scout, and I'm just going to use the Tatra Force because I'm here in that truck. So that Scout 800 has to be delivered to the top of the hill, and as I'm passing I'll pick up the wooden planks as well, and then tow the Scout 800 up to the top of the hill, deliver the wooden planks, probably come and do this Arrogance recovery of what looks like a Tuz, is that? Something anyway. And then that would kind of finish that side of the map for tasks, and then we'll see what we're doing for time. So that's the plan for the start of this episode, is basically let's sweep up some of the tasks that have been sat there for ages on this map and not done. And then depending on where we go after these tasks, we may need to do a Michigan fuel run during this episode. We'll see. Get all-wheel drive on and get straight into it. Got plenty to do. As I said last time, Phase 8 is publicly scheduled to be released on Thursday the 13th. So next week. And although I'm going to Wisconsin after this, I'm looking forward to doing a maybe one or two special expeditions, a kind of combined first look of Phase 8 for me on the channel, and possibly unlock the step, although I don't know what's involved in unlocking the step. And I don't know what's involved in unlocking any of them. There's the tractors as well. It would be quite interesting to look into that. Now I thought... so there's the Scout. Let's have a little look into this. Or there's the task, I think. Yeah, okay. So this is the incline where I dropped the wooden planks. And I think I just caught a glimpse of them as I was going past. So... start tracking this one, and then this Scout I just want to chuck onto a rope as I pass. I'm going to kill the engine. I want to know what the second track is for. There's two tracks. There's one up to the watchtower. Don't need to worry about that. So I'm going to want to come up this track because that's where the wooden planks are that I'm going to pick up as I go past. So just going to get past that Scout and into a position where I can be able to pull it back. Maybe that's the play. Pull it back out of my way a little bit and then go up that trail. Nice chunky tyres on that Scout. So pull it back enough to turn it. Yeah, that is nice. Those big chunkies. Right, let's go. I've got about 2/3 of a tank of fuel plus a full roof rack. So I'm hoping that I'll be okay to go off and do the stuff that I'm thinking of. I haven't gone back to the garage, obviously. And normally I would have used something like the Vorongard for this, but I've left that in a Muir. And not only that, this truck just happened to be at the right end of the map for these tasks. So I figure, why not? But I will have to load up those 2 wooden planks that you can see just ahead of me. They fell off the scout trailer when I was trying to drag it up here before. I could put any wooden planks on, but these are in my route, so I may as well use these. The handbrake on. The scout should stay there well enough. Crane, legs down. Let's get these 2 wooden planks loaded. Typical. Should have predicted that, shouldn't I? Tell you what, it'd be easier if I pack what's there. The fact that it's really hard to get the crane to put stuff in the front of this bed doesn't help. Right. Unpack, repack. That's the wooden planks loaded. Restore the crane. Hook up for the scout again. And pretty sure it's a case of kind of, looks like you could do it that way. Maybe. I can't remember if I've been up there or not. It's been that long. Quite tippy ground, so let's be careful. Might be a bit of icy rock stuff to negotiate. So that... Right, so hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. There's a track going up towards those rocks. Yeah, that's to the... Yeah. That's to the watchtower. So I'm not going that way. I haven't got chains on, so I don't want to be negotiating icy rock if I can help it. And it will, just in case anybody's missed the discussion, it will be Wisconsin after this. I am going to stick to the phase order as the game released them. So barring special expeditions, of which I've already done some, I'm going to be going Wisconsin next. And one of the ones I did was to Wisconsin, so it's not the first time I've been there. I went there to unlock the Paystar 5600 TS. So there's a little bit of that map is already exposed to me. I never did anything with my Scout 800. I have subsequently watched other people's gameplay of Michigan where they've turned it into quite a useful truck, but I pretty much preferred the Chevy pickup truck and just sold the Scout. I found it a bit tippy, but that was me learning to drive and not having it properly equipped, I think. Yeah, it's one of the things I slightly regret in the early doors. Although if I was starting again now, I'd probably use a Land Rover, just because I'm slightly surprised at myself that I've never bought a Land Rover on this. I was hoping they would add one, and then they have, and I've used it in my normal save, but I haven't done anything with it in the hard mode save. There's metal beams there. We're not going to touch them. Don't need them. And then that looks like the drop point. Oh, it's got to be repaired as well. Don't give me that. So I've got to come in with repair points, and fuel. Alright, well, that is going to be a job for the Ford. Not even sure if the Ford's got enough points to do that. Let's turn around. Probably just as well to drag it up here with a big truck rather than struggling, but yeah, I didn't realise it needed that. Should have thought about that. Normally when you recover these scouts, they do need a repair. So I'll have to drive up here with a Ford pickup truck. I'm just not sure if it's got enough repair points. I'm not going to give it fuel either because I want... In fact, actually, has it got any fuel? Seems I'm coming back up here anyway. It's not got much, is it? I'm going to slurp it out and then come back with the 72 to fill it up. So, and then the next one I'm going to do is uphill delivery, which is the wooden planks delivered to Mr. Stevenson. And the trailer is already there. That was the... I must have been up here in the Ford before, because I remember dropping the trailer off, but I didn't have the ability to reload the wooden planks. What's my route? Probably back down and in there. Simple as that. Without tipping it. Good truck. I kind of wanted a change of truck because it's just been ages that I've been driving this one, and then I remembered that I'd left the Voron Grad in a Muir. I suppose we could go and get that as well. It's not far from the Amur garage, but then I'd have to pay $3,500 to bring it here and $3,500 to take it on somewhere else. So I guess it's more efficient to leave it where it is until I know that I'm going to either take it in Wisconsin or leave it in a Muir, but when I go there after Wisconsin. Carefully. Funny cambers there, on an S bend with some funny cambers. Careful. I might have been able to complete that if I'd have been back and got repair points. I'm not going to follow the line, I'm going to go over this snowbank. Delivery for Mr. Stevenson. Where do you want it delivered, mate? Not like me to be delivering wood to a house. I'm normally stealing it. Wooden planks. $8,500, and the trailer did disappear. I did wonder. $8,500. Done. Pushes me to 140,000. Nice. And then let's have a little look at this arrogance. So this is grabbing a TUS 166 and bringing it back to this location. And I'm close enough to go up and do that. So just gotta remember the way down. If I remember rightly, I came across here and down through these trees. Wasn't too bad. Although my target is actually this, because I've already got the task. Alright, let's go and have a look at that then. Not going to pick up those bricks. There's no point hauling bricks around the wilderness. I know that I do need to deliver bricks. I'm pretty sure that I need to deliver bricks to the conveyors, but I'm not doing that just yet. So we get bricks from warehouses. Mr. Stevenson's neighbour can keep his bricks. I think I'll just keep following this trail for a bit. I won't just turn into those trees just yet, because it's, like I say, it's the where I actually need to be is here. Just put a marker on that and then see where this trail leads me. If it starts taking me away from that direction, then I will have to turn left, but at the moment just follow the trail. Always amazes me with this game that the amount of work that goes into these maps. These maps are stunning, and then little trails like this, you might only ever drive down it once as a player. There's just as much work gone into this as there is the sort of regular thoroughfares that you would be driving on a regular basis. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning scenery for something that, well, some players might never even see, because not everybody does 100% completion. When you look at Steam achievements, there's quite a few completionist events, like done all of the logging in phase 1, that less than 10% of people have completed. So yeah, it's an impressive thing to me that they've put as much care and craft into these remote areas of the map that are hardly ever going to be seen as they have into the main town areas. Good work, devs. I'll stay on this trail. Let's see if it kind of leads me in the direction. Almost certainly going to be the trail out, rather than trying to climb up through waterfalls and cliffs and rocks. Right, okay, so that's the delivery point, which is a little bit worrying then. That's where I got to take it. Where do I have to pick it up from then? A little bit of icy rock badness. Maybe not the best idea. Big old icy chunk underneath me. I'm caught on. Is that the path over those rocks on that side? Did that look like it was going to go then? So maybe, although I'm a bit vulnerable without chains, and I'm in a fairly big truck, Is this another job that the Ford would be better for? This is quite vulnerable. That's fun. I know I haven't succeeded yet, but that's a neat little path. Ah, okay. So that was the path. Pretty cool. Handbrake. Oh yeah, I'm going to put it in the back. I'm going to crane it. Legs down. I'm going to swing it around on my high side to give me better stability. I don't think they're very heavy anyway, but still. And we're going to take it back up the same cliff path that we just did. Because it was a bit of fun. Fill the crane, pack the truck cargo. So that's now wheel chocked in, turn around, and get ourselves out of here. Apart from diving off and struggling for half a minute to get back up over that ice chunk, not too bad. This is the way to do it, isn't it? It's a bigger path than it looked from a distance, and it's not as icy as it might be. That was my biggest fear, is that not having chains on, I would just slide to the left now and end up on my roof in the river. Which is still possible. Commentator's curse and all that. And then this is a bit of breaking ice. I don't think this truck, it's not that deep, so I think this truck with these tyres will do okay. There we go. Arrogance. The task name, not the driver. Oh. Went to turn the engine off, cancelled it instead, so I didn't see how much money that was. I don't think there's anything else left on this side of the map. There's a couple of things I've got to do. So Flood Aftermath is picking up 2 units of service spare parts. Camping Gone Wrong, that's repairing the truck that I just got. So how many repair points does that need? Remind myself. About 312. 312 repair points. And then this is delivering the Scout Fuel trailer. How many repair points do I have, if any, in the Ford? Let's have a look at that. Leaving trucks all over the place, but do I have any repair points? No, I don't. Let's have a little drive of the Ford. I may end up having to take the Ford back. Well, there's a couple of trucks that probably want to go back and get repair points, but they're way over the other side of Big Salmon Peak. But there is a Scout Fuel trailer here that needs to be delivered. And the Ford has got fuel in its roof. So let's just see if we've got enough fuel to do that. And then the Ford is free of this area. Fuel. It's got 210. Nice. One more litre I need out of it. That'll do. 91. That'll do. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's deliver that now. 91. I'm not going to quibble over $2 worth of fuel. Pull this in. And we're going to hug this coast. We struggle to remember the characteristics of different vehicles as I switch. That'll do. Let's get the trailer back on. How long's my recording? I'm going to have to take this board down through Big Salmon Peak. And what I'm thinking is if I get this delivery done... So I think the Ford is my biggest capacity repair truck. These tracks off to the left are interesting. I was looking at these on the map. It kind of looks like there might be a trail that could be used to get across the top of the map. If I brought logs through from Big Salmon Peak, that you could come through here, or even from this logging camp obviously, and then down through there. It looks to me like there's a gully you could follow, take you to the north coast and into the sawmill from that side. I'm not sure. At the moment I'm undecided on the route for logging, but I'm not going to worry about that until all of these little tasks are out of the way. Might come through here. I'm pretty sure that's my trail. Could possibly do the map, shouldn't I? I've been down this trail. It's a bit of a rocky mess. I'm hoping I'm alright in the Ford doing this. be. So yeah, I'm advised in comments that the route into the sawmill is a pain in the butt, and I'm just not entirely sure which variant of route I would use. That is the trouble when you have to use the rope to pull a trailer, so you don't have the rope to help you. Caterpillaring all that way will be a bit tedious. Come on in, get some speed up. Right, and now we've got to go through a little bit of rock crawling hell, which isn't great with one of these trailers on the back. Trailer back. Not great when you can't really see what it is you're trying to attach to. Trailer close enough, but I can caterpillar a bit more. What I want is the trailer stuck on something. You get the rope shorter so that I don't really want to drop it. Bit of a nightmare, isn't it? I get the trailer so that I know it's not stuck on something, and then I'll caterpillar again. It's a titanium tree. That's the tree you're looking for. And I've got to try and get the trailer, which I can't see. Got the trailer? Yeah. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Follow me. Adjusting the length of the winch to try and make a bit of progress. Nightmare. Trailer is now stuck on a rock and does not want to move. I'll change the angle a little bit. So it's got to move. Got to move. Determination. Perseverance. Stubbornness. Wrong choice of tires. Wrong choice of truck. This is going to be a mammoth task. Got a lot of time lapse in here because it's just slow going through this. No. More rocks ahead. Yay. Should have probably brought the yar with chains on, maybe. Just the fact that it's attached would have made it easier. Nearly there. So should I put this forward on the ramped flatbed and then head to the repair point place with the Zix pulling the ramp flatbed and the Ford on the back? Get as many repair points as I can in one trip. Does that sound sensible? Come on then, deliver. Done. $3,000. That could have done with a little bit more there, but I did gain 809 litres of fuel out of it, so I can't complain too much. Engine off. And map. Now, we're not that far from this trailer, but should I loon it off a cliff? Try and go down over the mountain. Here. And find a way down through this. For a while, and you guys are probably laughing at this, early part of the series, I thought that was a truck. It's not. It's just a rock, isn't it? But it looks like the map model of a Tatooine. So yeah, I thought I was going to get a free truck there, or there was going to be a truck-based mission there, but it's not. Should I loon it off a cliff and try and get myself down here to grab that trailer and do that delivery? And if I drop the cargo off that trailer, then I'll have to come with a truck to pick it up. It's a bit mad, isn't it? What time was it? I didn't notice. 3 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be a little while before I've got daylight to help either. Let's see what this cliff looks like. Let's see what it looks like. It would by no means be the maddest thing I've done in this Ford, but it might be too mad even for, oh well, hello. Hello. I don't think so. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, over there doesn't look too bad though, does it? I'm convincing myself this is a good idea, people. I am trying to convince myself that it's a good idea, but not right here. I am convincing myself that this is worth a try though. A bit of the way. A little bit of madness this, isn't it? I'm not a mountain goat. Oh, look at that. And I think that's the rock that I thought on the map might be a truck. Now, come on, you've got to admit that was impressive. Completely crazy, but impressive, right? Oh, madhead. So again, I'm going to have to tow it on a rope because I can't attach it. But whereas the Yar didn't have chains, I do. No, 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 no. Let's not be silly. So I'm hopeful that I will be able to drive up this with that trailer on. Let me just refuel. So the utility mat is empty. I'm full of fuel. The pickup is a bit over half full, so I've got plenty of fuel for now. Let's see about driving up this with a trailer in tow. Problem with caterpillaring on a hill like this is the trailer's just as likely to just roll all the way back down again. If I release it. Even with chains on, this doesn't really want to play, so it's not. Don't feel too bad for the Yar anymore. I thought this was frozen when I tried it in the Yar. It's a river. It's obviously icy rocks, but it's not a frozen river. My memory is flawed with this one because I thought this was a sheet ice when I tried it in the Yar with the mud tyres on. This Ford's a beast though, isn't it? Get myself moving a bit. I think this joins at the other end of the gully that I thought I saw from the logging camp. That's alright, I'm happy with that. So far. Didn't drop the fuel. Commentator's curse. Try not to roll it So this is a bit steep, isn't it? Don't like this much. Remind myself. Yeah, okay. Don't remember whether this truck had active suspension. Going down enough to be able to then hopefully turn sharply uphill. The rocks are the danger zone now. Trying to avoid the worst of those rocks. Giving me a bad camber. But I'm going gently enough that I don't tip the fuel off the trailer, because if I do that I've got to bring... No! Commentator's curse, mate. What you playing at? Alright, well... Bit like with the wooden planks. Might as well get the trailer done, because when I come back with a crane truck I'm not going to be putting it back on the trailer. I'll have to come here with probably the Force again, but it's my crane truck of choice at the moment on this map. I could wind people up and put a crane and one slot combo on this Ford. I know how much people don't like that, or certain people don't like that. Get the trailer delivered at least. Yeah, so I think that gully there is potentially another route, but I don't know that I would want to take logs through the route that I just did. But I think that gully is going north that way, is a route to the logging camp that we just left with the fuel trailer. Thinking about. I suppose I could put a one slot cargo on the crocodile. Right, that's the trailer. Sorry mate, I dropped your fuel 2 seconds after saying this fuel's looking a bit vulnerable. Now, where am I? Right, so what I'm going to do, because as we know, I have decided I'm not doing off-cam stuff, right? So I'm going to be having to show driving this truck out of here anyway. I think what I'm going to do is drive this around in the general direction of north. Should still be in all-wheel drive. I think I will take it this way actually. Get the lights on. It is coming into daylight, but let's get the lights on. And I want to see what that meteorology one is. And then I've got a few things around the garage and that north side of the map that require a crane and truck. And this is my crane and truck combo at the moment. So, just... I don't know that I'll actually get anything else done on this episode. Based on the duration. I might just end up driving this closer. But that's what people have asked for, is they want to see, you know, they basically show everything is the consensus in comments. Show everything. So to fill out the episode really, so feel free if you don't want to see everything. I won't be offended if anybody drops now. Thank you very much for watching and all that stuff. But I am going to drive this around and see if I can get as close as possible to that meteorology task to find out what it is. I have a vague memory that it's something to do with picking cargo up off the floor somewhere. So again, it's something else that this truck would need to do. And I also know that I've got those 2 service spare parts that I need to pick up off the floor on that side of the map. So basically, circumnavigate the map a bit with this in a clockwise direction to get to that north coast. And rather than doing it off cam in preparation for the next episode, I'm doing it on cam in preparation for the next episode. I'm fairly happy with the progress today, but unfortunately there's 2 tasks that I was unable to complete. One because I was missing repair points, and the other because I dropped the fuel just before the... Oh no, I was in a bad camber, but I dropped the fuel just before the hand-in point. But then, as I said earlier, I don't know if I would have... I don't think I would have been able to deliver that anyway, because it's on a trailer that's on a rope. I couldn't attach that trailer, so I probably needed to get up there with like the Yar or something anyway. So probably chucking that fuel on this truck and driving up there to deliver it is the answer. Don't need these bricks, gonna leave them intact. Easier to get bricks from the warehouse when I need them, if I need them. This is another road that I don't think I've driven before. Where am I then? What's this plant? So that's the concrete plant. So yeah, I've definitely driven like across here. Yeah, so I have driven this before. Past the concrete plant. Drive around the road a bit, try and get up to that meteorology place. At least I'll know what it is they need. The river mist again. This bit of road always seems to be a bit misty. Don't think there's anything I need to do in the garage, but I may as well blurp a bit of fuel out of the Crocodile's main tank. I think the Crocodile's add-on is empty. That'll do. That's enough to keep me going. And then drive up to the warehouse. I think that's fairly near the meteorology place. Double check. Meteorology. Looks like maybe through there. Try that. I probably should have brought the Voron Grad through. It'd be more fuel efficient for this type of running around 2 slot plus a crane stuff. Nice yard, mate. We give the tyre tracks if you don't mind. Is this where I did the downhill race? It can't be, because I would have got the task if it was. Looks dangerously icy though. Quite a steep climb, isn't it? Yeah, that looks like a chains ascent. That's one of those scenarios where mud tyres are all well and good, but sometimes you need a chains. And that's kind of the point, right? Is I've done alright with muds, but if you're driving with chains, mud isn't going to stop you. Oh, you fool. And I managed to flip it. Just roll back on your wheels for me, please, darling. Thank you. Yeah. You can drive around in chains all day, and you'll never find something that really just utterly stops you. Whereas if you drive around in muds, you will find bits of terrain like that that just completely stop you. Interesting. And an interesting end to the episode, because I've got to decide what to do. I don't want to put chains on just to go and find out what this is. I might end up not knowing what this is until I bring the Ford through. Maybe that's the answer. Take the Ford up there, find out what it is at least. And then if it's a cargo delivery, I'll have to bring something with chains to do it. But that is the argument, right? Is, yes, I've put muds on and the muds are better in snow and they're better in mud than chains are. But if you hit ice in muds, your progress is 0. If you hit mud with chains on, your progress is just a bit slower than muds, but not 0. In the real world, right, you'd have chains in a toolbox on the back of this truck, and you just chuck them on the truck and get driving. So that is a bit of an artificial limitation that you can't fit. Yeah, you can change a wheel, but you can't put chains on the wheels you've got. Strange. So I'm going to wrap this episode here. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Well, I think we made a fair bit of progress on tasks. I'll try and line things up so I can get all of the tasks finished next episode. Then it'll be logging. Then it'll be conveyors, and then we'll be done. So that's pretty good, I think. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, thanks and goodbye.